Hey, good morning everybody. It's Bobby. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving with friends and family and that it served well as a means of kicking off the 2024 holiday season. You know, I do have a tip for you today. Now, the no nip chip shot, we'll get into that in just a moment. But before I do, I want to remind you of something that all of you members already know here at Horseshoe Bay Resort, and that is that we're about to open our brand new state-of-the-art teaching academy. Now, the Teaching Academy will have with it 2 indoor hitting bays, both equipped with TrackMan technology, as well as 8 outdoor covered hitting bays with top tracer range, which is the leader in range technology, as well as a giant Zoysia tee. This is going to be a game changer. And for you members who want to take part in golf schools or daily clinics or lessons, we'll still do it, except we'll do it now at the Teaching Academy. And for all of you out in YouTube land, if you can make it in on a vacation in Central Texas, then a 1, 2, or 3-day golf school would be a wonderful accompaniment to that. Let's get into today's tip. You know, I called it the no nip chip shot. What am I talking about here? In other words, what's a nip? If we're going to do a no nip chip, what's a nip? Well, imagine I'm playing pool for just a moment. Imagine I'm going to shoot right through that cue ball. A nip would look like this. Now, the ideal conception of accuracy would come from a pool cue that would go straight through into the cue ball without any nipping. Well, now that seems so obviously bad that you think, well, who in the world would do that? Well, the person who sees that as obviously bad might be guilty of doing it in their chip shot. And that is, instead of thinking about the end of this pool stick, let's think instead about your left wristwatch, your wristwatch. And notice how it nips. This is the unfailing habit in the case of the handicapped player, and an occasional lapse in the case of the better player, particularly under pressure. There's some real intuitive appeal to nip because it seems like that would be a wonderful means of getting the ball up off the ground. But remember, the loft is built into the club. And so just as I should strike right through a pool shot, so should this left wrist go straight through the chip shot, free of any nipping. And if I do that, I'm going to make good clean contact. The stroke itself will be uninterrupted, and I'm going to enjoy better results. That is the no nip chip shot. Come on, take that break a little bit. Almost. Oh, it did. Oh, it didn't. All right, let's try that again. Notice that I have my feet close together, that ball off my back, big toe. My hands are forward. Now, when it comes to hands forward in a chip shot, I want them as far forward as they can be from a tall posture. Now, let me be clear about that. If I lean over and I put them as far forward as I can, well, that's no good. Now they're entirely too far forward. I want them as far forward as they can be from an absolute tall posture. And so that puts them only slightly ahead. But I want to keep